In my final year of high school, one of the classes I took was chemistry. Going into the school year, I wasn't really expecting much because I had heard that chemistry was a difficult subject to understand and it didn't seem very interesting to me. But I had a super awesome teacher who really helped me to recognize how fascinating chemistry actually is. I remember sitting in class one day when we were talking about the electromagnetic spectrum, which includes energies such as X-rays, radio waves, microwaves, and visible light. Now, visible light, all of the colors that we can see with our eyes, only makes up a tiny fraction of the total frequencies of energy on the electromagnetic spectrum. And I realized that the only reason we can see visible light and not anything else on the spectrum is because of our eyes. Our eyes pick up certain frequencies of energy, of light, but can't recognize others. So, the kind of data we can collect depends on what instruments we are using. We use binoculars to see faraway objects, seismographs to measure earthquakes, odometers to track how many miles we drive, and stethoscopes to listen to heartbeats. But if I were to try to use a thermometer to look at bacteria, I would get nowhere. The instrument determines the type of data. I think this concept applies not only to scientific questions, but also to spiritual questions as well, such as, is there really a God? And if so, how can I find out for myself? There seem to be a lot of people in the world today that think, well, I haven't seen God, I haven't heard his voice, so there's no proof that he exists. To that, I would say maybe you're using the wrong kind of instrument. In the New Testament, Paul wrote, "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned." In other words, if we try to use our eyes or our ears or even our ability to reason to find the answer to these spiritual questions, we will get nowhere. Spiritual information cannot be collected by natural instruments. Luckily for us, we do have the kind of instrument we need to find these answers, and that instrument is our heart. And I'm not just talking about the organ that keeps our blood moving through our body. I'm talking about our capacity for emotion, our capacity to feel. I do know that there is a God. I haven't seen him, I haven't heard his voice, but I have felt his presence. I have felt his love. I have felt him give me advice, comfort me during my difficult moments, and inspire me with new ideas. I have felt him bless me with love for others when I didn't have much love to give myself. And, most of all, I have felt him send me the quiet, peaceful assurance that he is always with me and that he loves me. Knowing that God is real is everything to me. And I know that if you want to find out for yourself too, you can. Ask God to help you feel that he is there, and I promise you that he will answer.